What's good, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist on top where my videos in their own folders makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. Whether it's just reactions, the G series, all that, you find them in their own folders. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about was a while back ago, I was getting asked for my opinion on, Jamie Morgan, right? I didn't know who he was, but I was getting sent links and people telling me to watch it. And I just told them, I don't watch, prison channels and prison stuff. I'm not too fond of it or curious to know what they have to say or whatever. No disrespect towards them or anything like that. It's just stuff that I just don't want to be, talking about and reminded of and stuff like that. If you're out here, enjoy your freedom. Why you continue to cage yourself up. And another thing is that a lot of people tend to tell a lot of lies, and, lies bother me, and, because I can tell when people are lying, and it's just like, I just rather not, indulge in all that. But, solid subscriber of mine, he was like, hey, come on, man, hey, give your opinion on it, man. Like, okay, what's your cash app? I can shoot you. And I go, nah, you don't got to do all that. Fine. I told him, but it's going to take me a while. Because I don't just want to go based off of a video or two videos, to give my opinion on an individual. If I'm going to give my opinion on somebody and stuff like that, like, I really got to know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to dive in there and really, scrape everything there is to scrape, before I give my assessment. It's only fair to that individual that I go ahead and do that. I'm not going to give my personal opinion going based off of, a video here or a clip here or a clip there. Nah, I want to get to know the individual before I give my opinion. It's only right, you should get, when you're going to critique somebody or come at somebody, at least really know that individual, before you want to, come at somebody. You got to know what you're talking about. You got to be prepared, because if not, you're rushing to conclusions and all kinds of stuff. And it's unfair, and is it's like you're at wrong here for going based off of your emotions. So it took a while, but I finally got through everything. So here's what I think about Jamie Morgan, who's a Caucasian who apparently did time behind bars, and he's giving his aspect of what he witnessed and his experiences and everything. He doesn't belong to no criminal elements and stuff like that. Based off of everything that I have gotten, I wonder if he was incarcerated, to be honest with you guys. I'm just going to be, 100% honest. Maybe he was. I'm not going to say that he's lying about that and stuff like that. But I find it really hard to believe if he was actually really incarcerated. But one thing I could tell you for a fact is that he doesn't like criminals. He doesn't like gang members. He doesn't like criminals. He doesn't like, these individuals. He has a distaste for these individuals, a dislike. And rightfully so, you know what I mean? I could understand why, society doesn't like, these individuals, for their heinous crimes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's understandable why somebody would dislike an individual. But it's funny, though, because what he tends to do is that he grabs the stereotypical sayings, right? The stereotypical points of views of how individuals view these people, right? He's going based off of peer stereotypical things, right? Is what he's basing all his, criticism on. Because he refuses to, understand these individuals, understand the mental, and understand the dynamics of how these individuals end up incarcerated, and the whole corrupted, chaotic, thoughts and mind state that has these individuals, the way that they are. He with comments like, he thinks that inmates only work out to scare people and the tattoos to scare people, their scare tactics. He's going based off of what he assumes, because this is what the audience thinks, right? The people out there, TV shows, movies, they think that that's why individuals get all these tattoos, to intimidate individuals. And although there is some that will do that, don't get it twisted. There is individuals that will go ahead and do that just to have people to think that they're crazy and stuff like that. The fact that he's applying it in prison and all that is already a red flag, because people don't give a damn how many tattoos you have or how buff you are, bro. They don't. As a matter of fact, individuals in there don't like people that think that they're bad and that this and that and wolfing this and that, or thinking that they could just walk and just like, punk everybody. It doesn't occur. How he said he would talk to these individuals and what he would say is a complete lie. That right off the bat. And I'm not here to hate on the individual. I'm not hating on him. I'm not here to, tell you to don't watch him or don't believe. You can believe what you want. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to give my opinion on what I think. But I could for sure tell you that that's not true. If he would talk to individuals like that, it'll be a wrap. But, however he wants to tell it. It's to sell books. It's to sell, these videos for views and likes. It's like we'll draw an attention. Now, when I, talked to the subscriber, right, the homie, and I told him, before I made this video, briefly my thoughts, he had said, like, man, it's crazy how many views he gets, and I don't know why he gets so much support and all that, and woo. And I go, well, you have to understand that, one, he's Caucasian. So it's going to draw in a large audience because of that. Because, remember, like I have said on my other video, there's a lot of whites in this world, bro. And they will support their fellow Caucasians. And two, they like the lure of the criminal lore, especially when it's coming from a Caucasian person, a white person, right? Because white people are always seen as inferior. People like to paint them as weak or pushovers and stuff like that. So, when somebody finally comes on here and is saying, that he punked people and he's talking shit to them and what they will, they're like, hell yeah, finally, yeah, we're tough too, homie. We're not just some, even though we don't think that white people are like that, but, because of the whispers that go around, they trick themselves into believing that this is what we think of them when it's not true. I have white homies from my neighborhood and they've witted savages, bro. So no, I don't think Caucasians are inferior pushovers. But since it's typically the joke that gets spread around, like, oh my God, and call the cops, you know what I mean? Like, stereotypical jokes like that has people thinking that this is how they are. In reality, that's not how they're. Just as down as anybody else. A man is a man before, anything else, and he's not going to just let you come in and but, society sees it that way. That's why he gets a bunch of support for those reasons, And obviously because, his skin color does help, the algorithm push it. I just could call it for how it is, bro. The raza and, the minority really don't get a push like that due to the fact that they find us, our genre or our lane or our typical way of living and stuff like that as, chaotic, negative, especially with all the bickering back and forth and people getting hurt and fades being called out and people meeting up and shootings and people insulting their subscribers. YouTube is a business, bro. You know what I mean? And you think YouTube is really gonna want to be suggesting videos to their viewers, right? Because that's their viewers, right? The subscribers are their viewers. People that will insult their viewers or tell them meet up for the fade or what's cracking, even though their subscribers are the ones that be talking shit and all that, at the end of the day, it's like they're the customer, right? So why would they be suggesting videos of individuals who are talking about fades and let's meet up and fools are getting shot and fools are talking shit about other people? Why would I want to be suggesting videos like that to my fellow viewers? Why most Caucasian channels don't do that kind of stuff. They're not insulting their subscribers or, calling out other subscribers. While, minority channels kind of tend to do that a lot. Anywho, back to the story. So his skin color does help. But overall, it's the stereotypical thoughts. Oh, these people are in here because they want to be in here, and they're addicted to drugs, so they want to be addicted. It's all he doesn't bother to understand the dynamics because he has never walked in them shoes. He doesn't understand. Of course, it's so easy to criticize something in which you know nothing about, bro. It's so easy to talk on stuff that you have never experienced. The way you grew up and your relationship with your loved ones is different than everybody else's, and not everyone's mental is the same as everybody. Some people could handle bad news or stress or pressure better than others, bro. We're not all the same. It's like saying somebody who suffers from PTSD from the war. Oh yeah, he's just like that because he wants to be like that. Like, just get over it already, bro. Like, no, you don't think like that about your military, because he's fond of the military background that he has, which is funny because it's the same as the streets, right? You're still killing no gang. If you grab all the gangs together and have grabbed all the murders they have ever committed, it will not equal the amount of innocent people who lost their life in one war, bro. Or the bombs that we dropped on Hiroshima and was it Nagasaki? So these people are killing innocent people. A lot of innocent people, our military. If they're given the orders, they gotta go and listen to what they gotta go and do. And a lot of innocent people are dying. But see, you don't bother thinking of that aspect to it because it's not happening here in your country, so it's not affecting you here. While gangs is happening here, criminal activity is happening here, and it's affecting you. That's why you have a distaste for it. Without bothering to think, and making the connection on the two are the same thing, right? Battling for lands that aren't even yours, and you guys came and slaughtered all these people and took their lands and stuff like that. And, and now draw lines and say, this is my turf. And if you guys want to come over here, you got to answer to my men who are strapped. And innocent people are dying, and what? For the greater good? What greater good? Resources, money, financial means, expansion for more financial means? That's the greater good? And we can dive into the coups and everything like that, but I have, that the United States has committed. I have videos like that, you could catch them on the channel right here, diving into all of that. So, he's going based off of his biased opinion. His overall distaste for these individuals is what's driving it. And overall, I just don't believe, I'm not saying that all of it is a lie and stuff like that. I don't believe a majority of it, and I feel like he's going based off of his bias, look on things, and it's crazy because if he did it all that time, it's funny how he doesn't bother to, think about respecting others and think about, everything in which why he dislikes these individuals is how he behaves, and it's crazy that he's not even able to see that. But then again, there's the narcissists in individuals, But overall, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Hey, my boy, I finally got at you. Don't think I had forgotten, you know what I mean? Like I told you earlier when we were chopping it up, the reason I liked it is not because, I was trying to, dodge it or whatever. It's just like I really like to, get to know everything. But that's just my opinion. Shadow, we out.